Yeah, it's 391 for Soul Stealer. So he's got to be sitting pretty happy right now on his solo mid performance. Part of it going to be a little bit lucky on the runes, dare I say, but overall you got to give D-Wiz credit. He usually does play the solo mid carries, and I think he's doing a fantastic job this game.
Yep, definitely. Something like, I mean, watching Soul Stealer just wants to make me play HoN. I love Soul Stealer, probably one of my favorite heroes, and he really is doing a great job. You know, the whole early game and mid game of Soul Stealer is all about aiming those nukes, and he really has been landing them. And it's so much potential damage there. Like just not even including his ult or auto attacking. And looks like there's some creep stacking going on. So go
Actually,
ahead.
in mid we do see a ward trap done by Polywog, and unfortunately for him, Mag with the pseudo blink, meaning his stun, getting out of the wards. Something else to note, I really wanted to just kind of give D-Wiz a little I just want to talk a little trash on him right now. He tried to stack creeps that were already 3 stacked, ladies and gentlemen. The patch can't do that anymore. So if you see something 3 stacked, just burn it. You can't stack it anymore. D-Wiz, come on, buddy. Really? Really? Okay, I'm done. Just wanted to give him a little shit there. So overall though, yes, please do take note that creep stacking has been essentially negated. You cannot stack any creeps more than 3 times, except for what are called the noob spawns, the smallest creeps on the map. And we do see kind of a bad play here on bottom. Magnus, Pyro, Glacius getting caught by 4 different heroes, and it does look as though Plague is picking up a kill, Angry Testy picking up a kill, and really just kind of an overplay there. Oh, actually, Angry Testy, which is Soul Reaper, picking up a kill on D-Wiz on top, so maybe he overplayed. I was kind of wondering what happened there, because it was a 3-on-4 on bottom, and actually we do see 3 kills overall for Team 5. They kind of just came right back into this game. Soul Stealer was doing so well, and the outside lanes were not doing bad at all for themselves. And right there, we just see, you know, one bad play where they think they're going to do 3-on-1 on Plague on bottom, and there's Vindicator, Pestilence, and Polywog just sitting in the forest waiting, turning what they thought was a 3-on-1 gank into a 4-on-3 regank. And ladies and gentlemen, Team 5 back in this already. The experience now huge into their favor, and then the gold though not as much. So we will see exactly what goes on for the rest of the game, but right now I'm definitely going to have to say Polywog going to be happy picking up some assists and some kills, getting some gold towards that Staff of the Master. Speaking of Staff the Master on Polywog, ooh, Pestilence maybe dying to a creep on bottom? No. Speaking of Staff the Master on Polywog, tell me about just how hard it is to stop a Polywog push strat, and in a sense what you have to do to try and stop him. And before you do that, actually, we do see Invis rune race on bottom. Pyromancer grabbing the rune before Polywog does. He's going to land a stun on Poly. He's going to blow his ult. Keg coming in, wave going off, and Polywog does go down. Unbelievable.
Really it's just not Dabuski's day for Polywog and runes. It's just, he really hasn't been fortunate at all. Like, he's missed every rune possible, I think, since the start of the game. And just there, not only did he miss the rune, but he got ganked. I mean, I feel for you, Dabuski. That was not cool.
Definitely, but go ahead and talk to me about Staff of the Master and what this team T7H needs to do to stop that solo Polywog from coming in and just crushing their base.
Well, like, you know, I've said it before, and loads of people have said it before. What you have to do with a poly is you have to, well, as I'm talking about this tower is going down. It looks like, I'm not sure if that's in deny range. I don't think it is.
I do not believe it is.
Oh, now it is though.
No, I think it needs. No, it's 160, I believe, for that 130 for outers because they have 1300, I believe. Yeah, it's 10%. Okay. I'm almost positive. I could be wrong. Thank you though, Snoopy, coming in with some awesomeness. By the way, I love hearing your voice, Snoopy. I want everybody to understand as well. Snoopy doing the live stream, doing the cameraing. This guy is a monster. He's gonna be late to work today, ladies and gentlemen, just to bring you this game live. All right. Please take into consideration that this man is sacrificing not only money, but his reputation at work, alright? Snoopy, we applaud you, we applaud... Oh, they think you're an ass anyway? Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say that you are not an ass, sir, and we do have some action on top. Soul Stealer coming in, trying to do some work on Soul Reaper, who already has a Void Talisman, taking a page... Snoopy is our men. Not man, men, because he has... numerous manliness, I guess. I don't know. Either way, fun times going down here. But yeah, we do see a Void Talisman on Soul Reaper. That's very, very interesting. Taking a page essentially out of T7H, who is known for putting 4 or 5 Void Talismans on their heroes. Not like the same one, but every hero having one. It's kind of their style of play, negating all of that physical damage that could potentially be coming onto them. And it works really well. So seeing Soul Reaper with that, it'll be interesting to see how he uses it. But talk to me, as you were saying, Staff of the Master Poly, how do we deal with him?
Yeah, okay, so basically the Poly's real strength is that his wards do a ridiculous amount of damage to buildings. So the best way to counter Poly, or to limit his effectiveness, is you have to initiate the team fights away from towers and away from rockets, just away from buildings in your base. And therefore, like, what'll happen if a Poly gets his wards down near your base, win or lose that team fight, if you genocide their team, regardless, your buildings are going to take a lot of damage. So you have to keep Poly and keep the team fights away from the bases. And I think they have a really good team for that. They have Soul Stealer with Blink Dagger, Magnus who now has a Blink Dagger, I'm not sure when he picked it up, and they could also potentially have Engineer initiating with that Blink Dagger. Sorry, Portal Key. As I'm saying that, the Hellborn team gather up and they take down the second tier tower, and
they are pinging Kongor like a monster.
That's actually 5 pinging Kongor, so I think they know that they're going to go Kongor now. Really good foresight from them. If it was, I'm not sure the colour of it, but yeah, they're nuking down this Kongor now. We'll see if 5 have anything to say about it.
And actually, T7H laying the ward Amingo, or excuse me, the turret. But it does look as though Kongor is going to go down before Team 5 can even get out there. But the turret is there to see if Team 5 is coming to stop the Kongor. Now, it does look as though Mighty Blade is already on Soul Stealer. He's very close to his shrunken head. This is, excuse me. I got a lot of sleep last night. I do not know why I'm so tired. Yeah, but we do see the token probably being picked up by Soul Stealer. Yes, it is. We see him burning down some neutral creeps. Yet again, D-Wiz, pull those back further so their corpses are out of range. So at the 21-minute mark, the new creeps can spawn. Okay, D-Wiz, come on, buddy. But for those of you that don't know, I'm actually very good friends with T7H, which is why I like to give Non-Vidius and Amingo and D-Wiz a lot of shit throughout their game. So for those of you thinking, man, this guy's so brutal on T7H, what, does he hate him or something? No, quite the opposite. They are very good friends of mine. So overall, Magnus, as you said, with the portal key, and Soul Stealer with the portal key, they have very good initiation. And Engineer, unfortunately, you know, we like to see portal key on him. Probably not going to see that, considering he already has Gloves of the Swift, most likely going for the Thunder Claw and the carry-oriented build. But, you know, it is what it is. I definitely think that the Hellborn side's Blink initiation is strong, and as long as it is, you know, they don't get ultimated by Vindicator. I believe, yeah, he's in mid. I haven't seen him in forever, so I was just making sure that I wasn't thinking of a different game. As long as Vindicator doesn't press R at the absolute correct time, I'm going to say that T7H is going to have far better initiation. But T7H, you know, as soon as they see that Mag channeling his ult, I promise you Vindicator is going to be spamming R. And since both teams are a US team, there's, you know, they're playing on US South. There is no real lag for either side. I think 100 to 130 delay at most. So, you know, we're looking pretty solid here. We do see Jolted, or Electric Jolt, coming out from Poly. And a 5-on-5 plus a tower. And actually bottom tower being taken out. I believe T7H didn't even see that. Probably going to see Tinker on the tower, Soul Stealer nuking down the creeps, and Soul Stealer with, whatchamacallit, the, what is it, Swarm? Yeah, Swarm on him. And there's the turret, there's the Tinker, and that turret's going to be working on that tower. And he's actually working on Pestilence right there. And the turret taking the tower down so fast, I got to blow the glyph on the tower. And, you know, Fortification of Soul, there comes 2 nukes from Soul Stealer, or shall I say the 4 nukes, as I was speaking about earlier. And yeah, I mean, this tower, it's just a huge fight over how fast can they push this tower down. And that Tinker lasts for so long. And there goes the tower. Not a whole lot that they can do. Plague Ult going out, though. We do see Glacius coming in. Vindicator ulting. They're going to try to initiate. Huge ult. Blink Dagger, was that from... No. Yeah, Ponyki from Polly, and we do see Wars. Mag, though, finally ulting, doing what he can. Pestilence getting really weak here. Soul Reaper, heal bomb, and keeping him alive. Mag going down. Soul Stealer coming in, though, with Shrunken Head and ulting, but he's going to take a lot of damage from Polywog wards, and he's going to